Hello, my name is Marty Levinson, and I want to welcome you to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. These are my red scissors. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
For the identity of the real Marty Levinson, please stay tuned to the Northtown News Magazine.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, Sweet Hope, Chicago. 224 446. Come on, baby, I'll get your business space.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org. You'll find the last 8.5 years of shows on YouTube. You can watch whatever you like. Tons of interesting watching there on a variety of topics. Community policing, we're very big on that. caps24.org in the 24th District. We'd like to thank, I'm not going to mention all the names because I only have so much time, but all the people in 24, from the community policing officers to the top, for really making an effort and keeping monthly meetings and going back to single beat meetings. And I congratulate them, I salute them, and I hope you will, check out caps24.org if he puts up the 2015 schedule, if it ever comes out, for the various meetings. Sonny Hirsch runs that in his spare time and participate in community policing. And speaking of the police, we have an Aldermanic Candidate who actually happens to be a lieutenant in the Chicago Police Department, and somebody we've had on the show before who has a very admirable record of service. That's Lieutenant John Garrido. How are you?
Hello, thank you very much again for having me on the show.
First of all, my pleasure, and you're running in the 45th Ward.
Yes.
And why don't you tell us the boundaries of the 45th?
So we have new boundaries now. The boundaries it's easier to describe by community, because
Sure.
these boundaries are all over the place. But basically we're Gladstone Park, Jefferson Park, Six Corners, Old Irving, and Independence Park. And the Kennedy runs down the middle of it.
Very good. And campaign's going full swing right now?
Oh yeah, it's been going full swing for quite some time. But matter of fact, today I think is the last day for the. I know it is. It's the last day for the objections, and we're going to do the lottery for ballot position this afternoon. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, right after we finish filming, I'm going to go right back to the computer, and I've got a bookmark for that page for the election board, because we have in 50 we've got 5 candidates, and some of you know what? Let's talk about 45. We're not going to talk about
Okay.
50. This is your. So what are the issues? What's going on in 45?
Well, the last campaign I ran on the 3 biggest issues that I thought were most important, and that was economic development, public safety, and infrastructure. And unfortunately, we're 3.5 years later, and those are the same issues. It's still public safety, economic development, and infrastructure.
And by the way, in an excruciatingly close race, you only lost by about 30 votes.
30 votes exactly, yes. Yeah, it was close.
So yeah, if
this is the inevitable rematch. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I wonder what Bob Luce and the wrestling crowd could have done with it a few years ago.
Yeah, who knows? But it was definitely a close race, and we were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, if he would have done well over the last 3.5 years, I wouldn't be running today.
Yeah.
Now we have 4 candidates in the race. So.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. I see him on Facebook. He's got a lot of detractors. There's no question about it. And he's also very much pushed himself into one corner of the world.
He has. He's definitely he's become known as very combative. So, and if you look at the public safety aspect of our ward, we're almost exactly where we were 3.5 years ago. Nothing's changed. We still have the same amount of officers assigned to the district. Crime is pretty much flatline, and they'll tell you that our district, the 2 districts that cover the ward, are some of the safest in the citywide. But it doesn't mean that we don't have any crime. I mean, we still have issues, we still have problems. At one time, we used to have foot patrols in every business district. some of our beats are so big, they're as large as other districts. And we used to divide those up and have like a 1622 Adam or 1622 Boy, and we just don't have the resources to do that anymore. So we definitely need to advocate for more police officers in the district. And the biggest thing is my opponent he'll ask for more, or he'll speak up and say we need to hire more police officers, but we know they're just going to go to the south side or the west side, and he's never once demanded that we have more officers in those communities, and that's where we need them most. As far as infrastructure goes, it's worse than it's ever been. Our streets are in horrific shape, and part of that is because of the way he utilizes the menu money, which is our infrastructure money. It's $1.3 million. And while he's instituted a participatory budget, it's been a complete failure. We have 50,000 residents that live in our community, and only about 500 people come out to vote. He's even expanded the voting range to 14 years old. And we've just got a really small percent of the population deciding what we should spend our money on. And that money has been going to pigeon abatement and planting trees. And while those are definitely good projects, they're really fluff projects. We need to be spending our money on our roads. Our surrounding aldermen have spent 95 to 100% of their money on fixing the streets because they're in bad shape. And while I know pigeon poop is definitely a bad thing, we need to get that cleaned up, but I can organize a community group to go out and we can clean up, do the pigeon abatement. We can go out and plant trees. I have nothing against trees, but I can't get the community together to go out and repave a road. So we need some leadership there, and that's the alderman that I plan on.
It's interesting because probably the biggest reason that our alderman lost last election was, even though it wasn't quite as fluff, he was putting in the double-tiered streetlights for crime reasons, but neglecting the roads and all the potholes are what wound up costing him.
It's a problem, and that means all of his constituents they're damaging their vehicles on these roads, and pointing the finger and saying it's the mayor, it's the mayor, it's the mayor, it doesn't fly anymore. We see where the money is going. I think last time we only spent 54% of our menu money on the roads.
Yeah, no, it really makes a difference, and even though I don't have a car, when I have to rent one for business, like to deliver Jewish Chicago, and yes, there's going to be a Jewish Chicago aldermanic issue, by the way, people. I couldn't believe what I had to, I had to really keep my eyes out all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I had to expect like every single half block had a speed bump or something.
Right.
Because it was that bad.
Right, and all that stuff ties into economic development. If you drive on Milwaukee Avenue from Schurz High School all the way up to Superdog, you'll see there's just empty storefront after empty storefront. And while parts of our ward have experienced some new businesses coming in, just as many businesses have left in other parts of the ward. So I plan on being an alderman that's going to focus on the entire ward and not just one part of the ward, one community in the ward.
No, I think that's really, really important. And, it's a big ward. Oh, as a matter of fact, you know what? I think you're getting our former executive director of the chamber, Amy Zander, I think, is heading your way.
She is outstanding.
She really is.
Yeah, she's already stepped in and been proving herself very, very, she's an outstanding individual.
You're going to love her.
Yeah, we lucked out getting her to come over to the Jefferson Park Chamber of Commerce. We're very, very happy to have her.
No, she's terrific, and I'll tell you a story afterwards.
Okay,
but,
great.
In any event, so I assume that you've got a website.
Yes, the website is johngarrido.com. It's JOHNGARRIDO.com. Our campaign office is at 5940 North Milwaukee Avenue. So feel free to stop by, and the number is 773-609-4545.
You've also got a Facebook page.
Got a Facebook page. It's Garrido for Alderman 45.
And we still have some time, but I want to also thank Jeff Stein, who originally introduced me to you. Jeff's a great guy, and I know Jeff's a big-time supporter of you.
Yes, he definitely helps out a lot with the campaign.
So, I mean, are you knocking on doors these days? Is that what you're doing?
Well, we just finished the whole petition thing, and we started putting up our lawn signs. We've come out a little bit early. We started the Saturday after the last election, and we've got over 600 lawn signs already out. So, and they're coming in so fast we can barely keep up with them. We have to expand our sign crews so they can get out there and put them up.
So people should call the number, which is?
Call the number, that's 773-609-4545, or you can go to the website. There's a sign request button if you want to get a sign. And we're also willing to come out. I'll come out to do a coffee at your house, trying to meet as many voters as we can. We're having an event at Gale Street Inn on December 10th from 6 to 8. And we're doing this fundraiser a little bit different. as opposed to charging a lot of money to have you come out.
Wait, we can't
No,
specifically
I'm not gonna
mention
say
money,
that.
but go ahead.
I'm not going to say
Yeah,
money.
Okay.
But what we're doing is a toy drive for the Irving Food Pantry. So you can bring in food, non-perishable food, or an unwrapped toy, and all that we collect there, we're going to take it down to the Irving Food Pantry.
Terrific. I want to wish you all the luck in the world, John Garrido, Lieutenant John Garrido.
Thank you very much.
Candidate for Alderman, 45th Ward, and good luck in the election.
Thank you. Appreciate it.